Sorry to cut the video short. This is the continuation of that because I got lost. I ain't gonna count. I got lost. So the next two things I have to cover is my doubt and my inspiration. So I'm gonna get this is kind of a story time a little bit, but at the same time it's not, because it's not really a drawn out story like how my story times usually are. So let me go ahead and get into it. So my doubt came when I was 16. I'm gonna just go ahead and just be real with y'all. So when I was 16, I was working at my folks' restaurant. It's called Dartmouth One Stop. It's a very incredible soul food place. Dartmouth Avenue, Bessemer. If y'all ever, anybody that's from that area, y'all more than welcome to go try it. It's amazing food. Shameless plug. But, so I used to work in there. And my granddad's the owner, of course. So, back then he was going through a lot. I'm not going to really get in detail on that. He was just going through a lot. So what I'm about to say, just keep that in mind. He was going through a lot, so his mind wasn't really, he was always like angry. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot going on. So, well, animosity filled. I wouldn't say anger, animosity filled, but So he comes in there one day. I don't know what I did to prompt him to say this. I guess I was just in the wrong place, wrong time sort of situation. And so I think back then, we had the cooler drinks, and then you had drinks on the other side, cause it used to be a tire shop. So the front, it's like, you walk through the line, then you got your steam tables, all the food laid into the steam tables, kind of like a buffet style, but soul food dining. So I walked to the front of that, I think I was unloading some stuff from the back, Sprites, Cokes, Pepsis, just brew from the drink machine to the right side of the front. So I guess I finished that, and when I walked back, he was talking to my mom about something, and then I guess I walked up trying to speak, probably. I'm trying to remember, but I'm trying to remember the setup. So then it kind of flows into what was said, and how I felt about it and all that other stuff. And he ended up saying, he turned my way and just, I guess he was mad. I could see the animosity. I still just walked up, and then he was like, this is why you're never going to amount to shit in life. This is why you're gonna be that guy that just has a lot of kids, has a lot of baby mamas with kids that he can't take care of, and just never gonna amount to anything in life. And him being like the only father figure I had at that point in time, with all the stuff I was going through at that age, it crushed me. I instantly ran to the back into the break room, and I cried. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I cried. That hurt me tremendously. I can't even sit up here and pump fake like that. Crushed me. Just imagine the only male figure that you looked up to at that point in time just completely eviscerate your future endeavors like that. Like, just completely write you off. Like just completely crush your spirit. Like, bro, and not knowing the context behind what was prompted to even say that, it's like then in the moment you like, man, bump that nigga, man, oh, man. You just ready like, man, bump that, bro, bump all that, right? So then, but as I got older and I learned like what was going on within what he was saying, and it's the irate, because they ain't the only irate stuff he used to say irate stuff to, a few people, but it was the context behind it. So it's a lot of dialogue I just gave y'all, but I say that to say this. That day, I cried, it hurt. The actions that preceded that fuel Like, if I should have wrote that down on my wall. Like, I should have wrote that on a piece of paper, taped it to my door, so I could walk in my room and see it every day, and just get a constant reminder to go hit the weights, or go, you know what I'm saying, go run, go get some extra shots, go get some extra free throws, shoot, go look at this book, go write some more poems. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, I use that to keep me going and to keep shooting for the, to keep pushing towards my passions and the things I love doing and my hobbies. Like, I use that as the driving force to just really push for success. Because sometimes you just gotta have something that just light a fire on you, and that right there did it. So I thank him for saying that. And I think anybody that has doubted me on this road that I'm on to trying to make all this stuff happen. So kudos. I have no ill will against you. And me and my granddad patched things up since then. Like, we good. I don't hold that against him. Like, knowing you don't ever know what folks going through. So when they say irate stuff or do irate things, they're not there. That's a whole position they under. That's a whole just angry spirit they're under. Like, they don't know what they saying. And when they come back down to earth, they're not even gonna realize what they said. They probably ain't gonna remember it. But you gotta just have that in your mind as to going on, so you don't let that angry juju come off on and rub on you and taint, tarnish your aura and your way of thinking and how you feel about certain things. You gotta be still aware. You gotta have your antenna. You gotta have them antennas. Like Kendrick said, you gotta have them antennas. Antennas gotta be up at all times. So, yeah. Keep it like that. Ooh, that felt good. I'm in the lead field. I'm in the driver's seat with the little knowledgeable nugget I'm dropping. So yeah, and then you got your inspiration. My inspiration, believe it or not, my role model is Jimmy Butler, basketball wise, because his story, how he came from Tomball, Texas. He got kicked out of his mom's house at 13. Now, I've never experienced that. Thankfully, my mother is very, very, very loving and very, supportive of all the things that I do. I'm very grateful for that. Always been. Love you, Mom, if you're watching the video. Hi, Mom. But yeah, like how his story, like he had to really like grind for his stuff. Like he went from getting kicked out of his mom's house at 13, going JUCO, going through that JUCO struggle, then playing at Marquette, hooping like really good, and then ended up being the 30th pick to the Bulls, and he kept working through that, and now he's a superstar now. He played for he's the franchise player for the Miami Heat now on a max contract. So that's my inspiration basketball wise. I feel like he was an underdog, and I've always been like an underdog within my story. So I mean, who knows how far I can go? If I don't even make it to league, I ain't tripping on that. I'm not really. If I make it overseas, that's a blessing in itself. I'm just making a good substantial amount of money while playing the game of basketball in some way, shape, or form. I don't care what it is. It could be off YouTube. I don't care. That was just where I came from and how far I've come with this hooping stuff is not even supposed to be there. But my real life inspiration, the person that, a regular inspiration, my mother, I ain't gonna lie. My mom really is my inspiration for success and like trying to push for future endeavors and things of that nature. Because I watched this lady literally go from low middle class to upper middle class, and just 3 degrees, 2 or 3 good jobs, like so many good reviews from people, so many connections she's made, so many doors she's opened, and she just keeps her faith in God within all that. So, I mean, she can never really lose. And this is her right here.
Who you talking to?
Talking to YouTube. Mom, say hi to the camera.
I am not middle class. I'm high class.
Okay, excuse me then. Excuse me then. Well, there's my inspiration right there. You see my point? Case in point. So, yeah, man. But that's inspiration right there. So those were my 3 indicators on more goals and aspirations and desires and things of that nature within that. Your why, your doubt, and your inspiration. You keep those 3 things constant, you can never lose. Oh yeah, and God. Keep God first before you even mention those 3 things. Just tell you that now. Seriously. As I'm learning, I will invite y'all to. I will bring y'all along that journey as I'm learning within that journey. How about that? Let's leave it like that. So yeah, it's your boy Chillin' 10185, and I'm signing out. If y'all haven't, side note, if y'all haven't heard that new Kendrick, go listen to it. I think he drops tonight. Tonight or tomorrow. But yeah.